and then discuss any new issues that are out there. So today we took a focused, disciplined look at to validate the work we've done and make sure that the path to the next milestone is clean, deliberate, and fully aligned. Before we polled the mission management team for go, we had a verbal roundtable, allowing all the program managers and advisors an opportunity to ask any remaining questions. There were none. Before I polled the team, we took about a 10-minute break. I like to do that to let folks that are might be a little bit intimidated, get questions to folks that are willing to speak up on their behalf. We got folks to get back together. Again, there were no questions, and then finally we conducted the readiness poll and for launch operations, and we had full concurrence, and we were a go. So with that, I'll turn it over to Emily.
Thank you, John. And again, I'll thank everybody for coming. We really appreciate your support. Our teams in Mission Control and our crew members have spent the last over a year, 2 years, dedicated to training for this particular mission, developing all of the products associated with this flight, and they are ready to go. Our crew members, Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, they've spent the last couple of days here at the Cape since they got here on Friday, getting an opportunity for some rest before we work them very hard. They are getting an opportunity to spend some time with their families. Tomorrow they'll get a few last-minute briefings and meetings with some of the team before they head into launch day, as Charlie spelled out for you. As we come to this really exciting moment, the opportunity is immense for us to finally get the opportunity to send our crew farther than anyone's gone before. And it's an incredible moment for the Artemis generation, and we're excited and we are ready to press. I got the opportunity to talk with Reed earlier today, and when the teams are ready and when the spacecraft is ready, the crew is ready and excited to go. So with that, I'll hand it back over to Courtney.
All right, we will go ahead and kick off our Q&A portion of the briefing. If you have a question here in the room, please raise your hand and we will get the microphone over to you. We'll start right here in the front.
Hi, thank you for being here with us today. And my name is Jim Siegel. I'm with Florida Media Now, and I'm curious about the kinds of cargo, whether it is food or experiments or whatever, that have been loaded on the spacecraft last. And when was that? And if there is a delay in launching for, say, a week or two, does any of that cargo have to be replaced? Thank you.
I can take that. Our turnover for our last stow, so we do have a stow in launch countdown. It happens somewhere between about L-30 and about L-24. We have the Avatar that will go in, and of course that is provides us insight into effects on tissue. We also have the zero gravity indicator, and then some other late stow items. I think we have 4 bags that are going in, and then certainly if we end up in an extended scrub, then there are change-outs associated with some of that. And that's pretty standard for our timelines. We look at all of our scrub schedules. We have destow and restow ops. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll take another question here in the room. Let's go right here.
Hi, Ken Kramer, Space Up Close. Thank you. Thanks for all the work that you're doing. It's fantastic. My question is for Amit. Since you mentioned the future architecture a little bit, I'm curious, you guys were planning to do uncrewed test flights of these lunar landers, the human landers, about a year ahead of time in the past. I'd like to know what is the plan now? How is that all going to work out?
We still need to make sure we can land robotically with those machines before we decide to commit the crew to them, but we're trying to get early data on the life support systems, the rest of their systems ahead of time, which is why we want to do Earth orbit activity to make sure we can shake that out while they're concurrently pressing towards doing landing attempts as well. So we haven't taken that off the plan.
When would it be?
Right now, we're planning on uncrewed landings next year in '27. We're working with the vendors to bring those in. I think that's been the baseline plan for a little while. We think we can hold to that, but again, it's going to depend on a lot of milestones coming up, like propellant transfer, et cetera. So that's, we're working with them to do everything we can to get side by side with them to help them. But we have to land uncrewed before we're willing to commit the crew to a landing mission. Yep.
Okay, we'll take one more in the room right here, and then we'll head to our phone bridge.
Yes, Frederic Castel with France 24 Television. You mentioned that the crew was resting with a family. Is there something similar, like the beach house they had in the past, have been to the beach or something of this kind? Thank you.
Yes, this evening they'll get the opportunity to have dinner with their families at the beach house. So they've gotten to spend most of today with their families, and tonight they happen to be at the beach house.
Okay, we'll head over to our